twice, and it goes go live then end broadcast. So I literally had to redo everything, send out a whole new link. Yeah. Yep. Hello, y'all. Hopefully you can hear me. Talisha, I got a good laugh out of that. I just told Brent, too, that you had tuned into the last one a day early. As you can see, we have a special guest with us today. Say hi, Brent. I actually have to give credit to Brent for this one because he had the idea. We've got all these... also, please, I'm doing all this talking, and I don't know how great my voice sounds, so definitely let me know if I need to turn the volume up at all. Yo, Brayden. How am I sounding to everyone? Somebody give me a thumbs up, and I'll keep going. Brayden, Talisha. Actually, I'm going to grab my water, and then wait for the thumbs up from one of y'all. Brent, keep your clothes on while I'm gone.
No promises. No promises.
Anyone give that the thumbs up yet?
Not yet. I don't see any.
Maybe they legit can't hear us.
Brayden says he'd turn up the volume.
Turn up the volume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it up a little bit.
Alright, cool. Thank you, Brayden. Let's get that volume up a little bit. It's mostly just worrisome in onset because we have so many, like, especially during the summer, all these, like, cars and motorcycles and stuff driving through. So, as I was saying, again, we got special guest here, Brent. Actually, hey, Google, shut off the living room lights. We'll turn this guy on. Nope. There we go.
Yep.
Alright, that's a little better. Where's that glare coming from?
I think it might be this guy up here.
Yeah, we can turn that down a little bit. As always, got technical difficulties. I literally had to, like... Oh, wait. Actually, let's change the color.
Yeah, make it more of a...
Like a softer. And then maybe turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I had to completely redo my whole setup, kind of. I think actually if I change the angle, I just don't know what it's bouncing off of. That's alright. I think once you move in a little bit to do the cards, it won't be much of an issue. This was all Brent's idea, so credit to him. We've been doing the Final Fantasy pre-releases. Brent actually won a... Would you win the last one? All 3 matches?
Yeah, I won the last pre-release that we did on that Tuesday.
Here they are. I knew they were somewhere. And I was saving all my packs. So... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to have to grab... Oh, but we're only doing one tonight, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So then I have one, and I can save those. Tonight we were going to be doing what's called a pack battle, where, first of all, we're just going to open 2 packs side by side, and y'all get to vote on who the winner was. We'll, of course, have our own decisions on it, but whoever you think pulled the coolest cards, or whoever I guess you like better. Which makes me think Brent's going to win. And then afterwards, we heard of a cool game, shout out to Command Zone, called Pai-Gow Magic. Pai-Gow is a game in and of itself. I actually don't know the rules or anything about it, but in Magic, it's a cool little mini format that allows you to go like 1 pack versus 1 pack. At first I was like, let's do 1 pack. We'll see how long it takes to do 1 pack. We may end up doing a second, or we may end up stretching this into 4 streams. If anybody has any input, what they would rather see, if they'd like us to just see us blow all of our packs on, not all of them, but 2 packs on this one, or if you'd prefer to see 4 streams. Yes, Brayden, that was your suggestion. So Brent's idea was the pack battle, and then Brayden's idea was the Pai-Gow. So we'll get quite a bit of content out of this. Oh, hi, Corinne. I will tell Charlie you said hi. He's currently wetting his whistle right now. Let me turn off this light. And then we can dive right in. Unless you have anything to say, Brent, before I crush you.
No. Best of luck. Just so people are aware, I will be on the left side, and Chris will be opening the pack on the right side.
Yeah, that's a good note, because even though they can see us, you don't know what orientation it's in
orientation,
necessarily.
sure.
If anything, our orientation is backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I could have flipped the image, but...
No worries.
All right, cool. Without further ado, let's dive right in.
All right. Good luck. We're hoping for good pulls either way.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is I really, about this set, is I'm obsessed with I always forget Toshitaka Amano's art. Do they put the token at the top? I think that's the back.
This is the back.
Oh, okay, so you're waiting for the reveal.
Yes,
Got you. That's smart. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Brent, you went to a sealed event? Which one did you go to? What? Brent, that's amazing. Also, how do you think we're going to decide the winner at the end, Joe?
That's the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's the tiebreaker. You're giving away our secrets. Did you go to Darkwater, Jeff? Brent and I actually did 3 pre-releases at the Vanguard in Hyannis, which was a blast. And I pulled one Yoshitaka Amano. I'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
That was actually one of the reasons I was saving these packs to stream. Oh my god, that glare is terrible.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding the pack at a certain angle.
I think if we do that, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I wanted to see if I could pull some of his cards. Even if they're not foil, he is an amazing artist. And correct me if I'm wrong, Brent, he's also done other art for Magic, right?
I actually am not too sure on that, but...
He's he's probably most famous for Final Fantasy, correct?
And just working with other Square Enix and, Squaresoft franchises, for sure. Other games made by those creators.
What the heck, Brent? Jeff?
So, what's funny is my friends that I work with, they had their friends come, and that's who I was looking for at the tournaments, and they all came and went on Saturday as well. So I missed them as well. The one day we didn't do the draft, everyone was there.
Brent, Jeff, I'm so sad. We literally missed each other.
Wow.
Brent and I went to the Friday one, the Sunday one, and the Tuesday one. Didn't they also have one Monday, too?
They did, but we didn't know they had one Monday,
okay.
So...
I'm so sad, Jeff. That's, what the heck? We should have convened. I think it's because I normally will hit y'all up for that, and you haven't in the past, and I just didn't click that Final Fantasy might make more people come out, so.
Yeah.
Alright, first we're just gonna reveal our tokens. So I got a Moogle on the back. What's a Moogle, by the way?
It's just like a race of creatures. They normally would being controlled like little magic item shops or little trinkets, stuff like that.
Almost like
there's a famous one like Stiltskin.
Okay.
All right, so back my other token is.
I'm terrible at Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, and another hero. You already have that one though, right? You have both of these.
Yeah, I definitely have the one you have. This one, I don't know if I had. Maybe I pulled it in the last draft we did because I was looking for it at one point in time.
So fairy item traders. All right, so we'll toss that. And then, ready for the reveal? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm starting with blue.
All right.
Which is kind of cool because the first card I get matches my token.
Oh, cool. A lot of the times the packs do try and give you the token for your deck or the pack rather.
That's cool.
All right, cool. How do we want to do this? Like, is it like we win each individual thing, or is it whoever wins the whole pack?
Probably
at the
an
end?
overall. Like we'll talk about like our favorites along the way, and like what maybe we can talk about meta relevancy, like things that we thought were good cards, that we pulled in the draft and things we liked.
I don't think I saw this at all during the draft.
Was really good in the draft, just because when you play cards that had flashback, and you only have so much draw power, it's like giving you a second card later in the game that you wouldn't have had, so you get to cast it twice essentially.
Gotcha.
So, very useful card in the draft.
This one's, I did a lot of this choose one sorceries, so this one's take the elevator, create 3 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens, or take 59 flights of stairs. I'm assuming that's a Final Fantasy reference.
Yeah.
Tap up to 3 target creatures, put a stun counter on one of them. Those are deadly. The stun, that helped me quite a few times. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and... Ooh, Blazing Bomb. This was really good for a 1-drop, because the set does not have a lot of 1-drops. Not a lot of 1-drops.
Especially red, too, because they had a lot of, like, spells for this, and they could get a little bit stronger, you know?
Yeah, this one definitely helped me out a little bit. And it's a was it a board clear? Equal to... Oh, no, target creature. Yeah. So I killed a couple of big baddies with this.
But what was nice about it is the fact, like, you needed something to sit on your board, because later on you're all about, like, playing spells to do damage or removals, and then you had, like, the wizard tokens that would sap someone for 1 damage every time you casted a non-creature spell. So this gave them the initial creature to drop as, like, a defender or a blocker that got beefier as you casted spells. So
gotcha. Well. I also really like the design for this.
Bombs are a classic Final Fantasy monster.
It's literally called a bomb?
Yeah, it's a bomb.
Oh, okay. What's up, Tim and Angela? What special guests? Check it out. Also, under Angela's account. Hello. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Love y'all. And what do you got?
I just have a creature removal. Destroy target non-land permanent. You could also get rid of artifacts or enchantments, which there's plenty of artifacts in this set. And, you know, it makes it a little bit cheaper when you're going against a tapped creature, which happened quite a bit in this set. So, like,
and
got some value out of it.
Its first ability, lessening its cost, is really good, too.
Yeah, but you still... having board removal in a draft, even if it's at 5 mana, is still worthwhile.
Yeah.
You can get rid of a big creature out of there.
I also really like the art on that one, too.
Yep.
Who is that?
That is Erica's Pearl.
I think I've seen her stuff before. Also, Brent, Elsa's calling you out in the comments. Oh, almost revealed mine.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, Elsa, you are... I don't want to say you're safe.
That's true, yeah.
That's admitting defeat to Brent, but...
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and boom. Ooh. Fight on. I definitely didn't see... Oh, no. I used this quite a few times. Yeah.
It's just a good stable card, for sure.
Yeah, this helped me a lot. Just return recursion, essentially.
Yep. And it's a 2-for-1 card in the draft format, where you spend 1 card, but you're going to get 2 back, so it's hand... size increase right there, you know, so you can get like some of your monsters back.
This was great during the draft because I knew this was in my deck, and anytime somebody would kill one of my big they use one of their bombs to kill my bomb, like waste an instant or something, and then I'd just be like, okay, yeah, you kill that if you want, and then I'd just come back with this.
Oh yeah.
What do you got?
I got Misty and Elder, and this is a great one too because this is like a red board setter who creates a Black Wizard token when he comes into play. So it's like, it gives you that engine of, I'm going to be casting spells for most of the time as red. This guy will give you the extra little wizard who can be a chump blocker, or he also increases the damage by 1 every time he casts a non-creature spell.
Oh, that's cool.
He was definitely worth it because he's like 2 bodies for 1 card.
Is all the art in this Final Fantasy art?
Oh, yeah. You're rocking Final Fantasy 9. You can see at the bottom of them, we'll tell you which Final Fantasy it's from.
Okay.
So this one is from Ivy, which is 4.
No, this is 7.
Oh, sorry. Yours is Final Fantasy 7, yes, because you have...
You're 9.
Yeah.
No, you're 4.
And yours is 7 because it's Ares and Yuffie.
Sorry, I can't read Roman numerals. Also, hi, Elsa. Sorry, I did not say hi.
Right. Next one.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, and boom.
Ooh, okay. Both good cards in draft.
Oh, dude, Heck Dies. Heck Dies was a staple.
Yeah, because, once again, normally 2 mana to remove a card from an opponent's hand is pretty on brand. Yeah. But this one also gives you a blocker. So it gives you board presence.
It's, like you say, the 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's 2-for-1, for sure.
Which I've been trying to pay more attention to, where it's like, okay, this card is... mainly, I would say this is mainly removal plus a creature because it's only a 1/1, so a little chump blocker.
It's a chump blocker, but it gives you board presence. Sometimes that's all you need. Yours is a pretty good card too because once again the flashback, and there was a lot of mechanics that worked well with creating chocobo tokens.
Oh yeah, so, what is this? This is just creating a chocobo.
2/4/2/2.
Oh, and the flashback.
Pretty simple, but it's the flashback mechanic.
So what's funny is I never actually ended up using the flashback. I think because I had fight on.
Yeah.
So.
I've seen a lot of green-red decks work with that because not only is this creating a 2-mana creature, it counts as a non-creature spell, so it's actually sapping people with someone like if you had like the Misty and Elder, which creates a wizard token that does 1 damage to each opponent every time you cast a non-creature spell. So you're getting a creature from a non-creature spell, so it works with their engines really well.
Yeah, this is cool. Also, I like the chocobos.
Yep. Definitely great. Okay,
all right.
Next one.
3, 2, 1, and... Oh, no.
Oh,
there we go.
You're good.
Magic Damp? I did not see that. Look at that art. That is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Who is this?
It's from one of the later Final Fantasies. I didn't play 13.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I couldn't tell you. But this is the classic Final Fantasy
Fat Chocobo. Because it's a 4-level saga.
Yep.
And essentially, it literally only has 2 abilities. And the thing about sagas in this is they're all creatures too, and they can only attack once because their first level they have summoning sickness, their second level they can attack, and then on your 3rd level they die, so they only get to attack once. So that's also what's special about him.
It all depends on how many saga stages there are. So he's a 4 stage, so he gets to attack twice.
So, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
So if there's a 3 saga stage, then they will only be able to attack on the second phase.
I also just realized it does not say other creatures you control, so he gets trample on his 2nd level. So all he does is he creates a chocobo, and then afterwards for 3 turns gives your creatures trample. So that's a crazy card. I never really got to use that because it's such a target. It got killed like every time I would bring it out.
That's great then, because like it's gonna die anyway. So if they're wasting something to get rid of him, you still are now trading him for whatever card in your opponent's hand.
Yeah.
So it's a 1-for-1 there.
Yeah.
And then you still got a 2/2.
Little chocobo. Yeah, that's true.
So like it's once again it's card advantage out of that. So like if they traded for that, it's worth it.
It's almost like, too, look at this hand and not this hand, what I got going on over here.
Exactly.
It's like a nice distraction. I didn't think of it like that. I was kind of sad when it got killed, but I ended up winning that game anyway, so. And then I have Magic Damper, which, again, look at that art. That is gorgeous. Shout out to Yusunari Hirasaka. Very cool. And she just target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. That's actually pretty good for a 1-drop. And you untap it.
Yeah, and to what Braden was saying, I think there's a Garnet or a Renoa that when it attacks, it can remove saga counters off of or lore counters off your sagas, so they can stay in play longer.
Oh my
god. When they do it, it's on all your sagas too. So.
All of them at once?
Yes.
That's crazy. Yep. That's really nice. Cool. That's really cool. Oh, actually, you know what? Is that going to make them too dark? No, you can still see them really well, right?
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Maybe down a little bit. Tom Bombadil? Why? What is Tom Bombadil? Oh, what's up, Tim? Now you're on your own account. So now we got two people from Texas repping us. That's why Knights of the Round Table is gaining in popularity. It's undestructible. Okay.
Beast.
Yeah. And what does Tom Bombadil do for sagas, Jeff? All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Oh, it's
whoa!
A mirror match.
Whoa!
I wonder who wins this poll.
Yeah. We just bounce off of each other.
Little Hisoka action.
I do need to say, and this is giving you a little preview of what is to come. Kefka, I have not played any Final Fantasy. I plan on playing 7 Remake at some point. But Kefka might be one of my favorite character designs in this. That's Kefka too, right?
Yes.
I'm not crazy. Okay.
Yes.
That's a big view of them, and also collector booster coming up, y'all. Love that design. As I said to Elsa, I was like, "There's a gay clown in Final Fantasy."
Classic clown.
Oh, that's just my land.
Yeah.
My Lanta. Oh, there's something. It's a profile card. It's a profile card. Now I'm paying attention because of the freaking mana vault. You got me. Yeah. So actually, if you want to go over this one, I don't.
So I didn't really find too much use for this one. Normally, common cards don't have a lot of power, and it did have flashback, but you're pretty much trading a card for 2 cards, so you do get card advantage, but it's at the cost of mana.
Yeah.
It's only worthwhile, in my opinion, if you have like those board setters, like those mages that whenever you cast a spell, your opponents get sapped for 1 health, so you're not losing like combat power, essentially. And it does give you flashback, so you get to play it twice, but later in the game it's not as worthwhile because how often do you have 2 cards left in your hand? Because you need to have this card to play and 1 extra card in your hand to discard. So you rarely had the opportunity to get this off. You'd have to like hold a card for your turn, and then it's like, okay, now you're just sitting with a dead draw for that turn that you drew it.
I don't know if this is specific to pre-release because this doesn't happen a lot with my commanders, but I feel like by, I don't know, like turn 6 or 7 in pre-release, you're like down to like 1 to no cards in your hand.
You have more mana than you can spend. That's why flashback becomes really good because who cares if they have a high cost, you're still getting a card extra, but you don't have a lot of cards in your hand like you're saying.
Okay.
So this card, it's almost like a dead draw later in the game. Good early, later on you have a dead draw for that turn.
Gotcha.
It's like a 2-turn thing.
Oh, I didn't notice Homegirl in the back. Who's this?
I wish I could tell you.
Damn, I really like this art.
They're all over the place. If you notice, there's characters all around. It's the party, essentially.
Oh, Rare Engine. That's interesting. So I wonder what that... Because it's Square Enix who does... So I wonder if that's just the name of the artist, Rare Engine.
So this game obviously came out back when it was still Squaresoft as well.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't until like later on. I think after Final Fantasy X might have been the first Square Enix.
Gotcha.
Release.
All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and boom.
Ooh.
What? What?
We're hitting the mirror matches here.
These... Well, actually, we don't know where these packs came from, but they very likely came out of the same box because they were given to us at the match. Not necessarily, because these could be from completely separate days.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true.
So Adventurer's Airship, 3-drop, artifact vehicle, flying. Whenever this vehicle attacks, draw a card, then discard a card, and crew 2.
So it's all right. There's a lot of like cool artifact engines in this set, and a lot of them had like draw a card, and then when you do, you discard a card. So cycling. And what's nice about that is it gives you like reanimator graveyard power because you can throw stuff into your graveyard that you might want to come back later, and you get to draw a card that maybe is more worthwhile. Like say if you keep drawing lands, you can get rid of a land, get something better. The crew 2 cost kind of expensive because a lot of things in the set give you 1/1 tokens, so you'd much prefer like a crew 1.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's not anything great. Flyers.
Actually, you just reminded me I did have quite... Yes, we always need a flyer, and that helps me. You need flyers
in almost every draft you play.
I did have quite a few cards that were buffed by the amount of cards in my graveyard, so that actually was beneficial. What are you doing, Charlie? Also, Elsa and Jeff, I 100% agree, and my favorite example of a starship, or an airship, excuse me... why are you calling out Aiden? Is Aiden in the... Or are you talking about a different Aiden? I would say my favorite example of an airship is in Stardust.
Oh, yeah.
Where you have...
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro is the flamboyant pirate. Like, hell yeah. That's one of my favorite reveals, that he's such a tough guy. And again, you can be tough and also be feminine as well. But I just like that he's got to keep up that mask for his crew. And then as soon as he's behind the scenes, he's like, I like to wear dresses and do whatever. So... Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably when we did, like, the Bloomborough.
Gotcha. Thank you, Brayden. Yep. Remember to like, share,
right.
Subscribe, do all that nonsense.
You ready?
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Sleep.
Ooh.
Oh!
So I got
Square Enix.
Yeah, so this is when it's back to Square Enix. This is Van. He's the main character of Final Fantasy 12.
Do you have that one?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Cool. The full art's in this set, I have to say. If you actually want to hold it up a little higher so people can see.
Let me pull this right here.
Yeah, the full arts in this are gorgeous. That's a beautiful one.
Yep. So this is actually a reprint of a different card called Captain Lannery Storm. So, and you can kind of see it underneath Van's name, like this, that's showing you this is also the same as another creature.
Oh, that's why it's actually impossible to find these cards when you're searching online, because they're not called this, they're called that.
Yep. But 3 mana for a 2/2 haste. Whenever he attacks, creates a treasure token. That's always great. And when you sacrifice a treasure token, he gets more power. So gives himself a own little engine. That's nice.
The treasure tokens, I realize, are so OP in pre-release.
It expedites big card drops
yeah.
way sooner, so it's definitely very worthwhile.
Oh, that's a really good one, Elsa. That's a good one. The ship from Treasure Planet.
Oh, yep. I do love Treasure Planet as well.
Who did Treasure Planet? Not DreamWorks. It was whoever was doing all the crazy animated movies. Somebody in the comments tell me who did Treasure Planet, because they were while Disney was doing all their stuff, this company was also doing stuff like Treasure Planet and whatnot. I feel like, was the Iron Giant Disney? I can't remember. I feel like it was.
I'm very easily gaslit.
Okay.
So by putting it in my mind, maybe it is now. I don't know.
Yeah. Everyone, what's your favorite flying ship? Okay. Actually, you know what? I think you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Sleep Magic, which is a 1-drop. Again, not a lot of 1-drops in this set. Sorry, I'm being blocked by my
no worries.
My cameras. So Sleep Magic, enchantment, aura. What is an aura? It's just a card type that can interact with other cards? Okay.
Yep.
Enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature. Oh, shoot. I can't. So I used this a lot.
It's good.
Whenever somebody would drop a bomb, I would just be like, sorry, and then drop it right on there.
There's another blue card very similar to it. That's like 3 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like very similar, but it has flash. And I use that as much as I could as well. And this is just, I would say, a better version.
I might be thinking of that one. Yeah. I might be thinking of that one. Because it doesn't... It also loses all of its activated abilities, which this does not do. Yeah. Okay, that's the one that I was playing.
But this is still pretty good because it's cheaper. You can get it out quickly, and you don't feel as bad using it, compared to like the 3-cost one. Using it on a low-cost creature, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
But they're both good.
And then, wait, when enchanted creature is dealt damage, how would you deal it damage if it can't untap?
He could potentially hit himself for damage.
Oh, just to get rid of it.
Yes, just to wake yourself up. Like, think of like D&D and like Final Fantasy. You take damage. A lot of times you're woken up from sleep. So it's kind of like very thematic.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Boom.
Ooh, I got a big boy.
Oh, what, dude? Look at that. Yeah. What's going on with this?
So
Robot Spider, shout out Wild Wild West.
Braden would know more about this because this is Final Fantasy VIII, which is one of his favorites, where you can kind of see you got Squall in there. This is, I don't know, big bad robot guy. I played this card every time I could. He was amazing in a draft. If like we did a past draft, I'd go for this guy right away.
Mm-hmm.
Just because 6 mana for 6/5, that's whatever. But he can only be blocked by 3 or more creatures, so he can trade creatures like crazy, and then
that's like super menace.
And then it's like a stronger menace, and he has his own flashback, which you spend 8 mana, you return him from the graveyard to the battlefield. The finality counter. So he essentially, you had to kill him twice to take him down, and if they have to block with 3 creatures or more, you're essentially taking out 6 creatures by him swinging at people.
Which, as Braden just said, this is one of the first bosses you face. Yeah. So literally, he has 2 phases. Yeah. He has 2 boss phases. That's amazing. Yeah. I love that.
And I love because you see 3 creatures or fighters running away from him.
Yeah.
Because you need at least 3 to block him.
Yeah, the visual storytelling is great on that one. Wow, that's a crazy card. Brent, you might have won this.
This is uncommon, but he's, like I said, he's still amazing.
And that's the other thing I always forget. So we just had, I know Pokemon a little bit better right now just because it's been a bit. We went through all of our commons. We're now in our uncommon slots. I can't remember. I think it's how many commons?
3 uncommons, but.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 uncommons. It might be. Is there 2 rares? I think there's 2 rares.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Pokemon. I think it might be similar to Pokemon. Alright, we'll just see. So this is our uncommon slot. So mine is the Sorceress's Schemes. That's a lot of S's.
Yep.
Or S sounds, rather. So 4 drop, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard or exiled card. Ooh, exiled card. That's really good. That's really good. With flashback, you own to your hand. And add a... What?
Yeah.
It's expensive, but it does a lot. It does a lot for that. So it's almost, you can say, yeah, it costs 4 mana, but you're getting one of those mana back, which is nice. And flashback. So.
You just can only play it on turn 4. Even it's almost like a 3-cost card, but you get to play it on turn 4.
Yeah, true. Unless you're getting those treasure tokens, like we said. But also, too, look at that art. That is gorgeous. Yep. I think both of these arts are really cool. I just like how menacing that is.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out on mine, Jessica Fung, and who you got?
I got Kevin Glint.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen those. That's the problem, is I've seen hundreds, maybe 1,000 cards at this point, and it's really hard to remember all the names.
Oh, yeah. Braden was talking about Starship, Outlast Star, amazing. Someone used to have an action figure of it. I think it was Alex Holmes used to have a Outlast Star action figure with a grappling arm.
Oh, what is Outlaw Star? I genuinely don't notice that.
It's an anime. It's one of the big 3 space cowboy westerns. You have Trigun, Outlast Star, Cowboy Bebop.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably the least talked about of the 3, but it's up there. I like it a lot.
Heck yeah. All right. We ready for our reveal?
Next, yep.
So we've got 1 uncommon, second uncommon. I think this will be a 3rd uncommon. Yep. Kevin, what's up? Thank you for hanging out and watching the... I know y'all are UFC guys, so you had to see the fight tonight. I hope you all paid your pay-per-view. Charlie's coming for you if he didn't. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh, Cactuar. This is not giant Cactuar.
No.
So they're called Cactuars, not Cactar?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'd still always call them Cactars.
Yeah.
Can't get over it.
Another 1-drop. I had a lot of 1-drops.
He was actually pretty good in the draft. I actually never pulled one, but he put a lot of threat early on. And, it was kind of hard to remove him because you didn't want to waste anything on him because he'd bounce right back to the hand eventually. But in the same vein, 1 for a 3/3 with trample, it's kind of rough to deal with.
Oh, is there any ETB effects in this? Kind of like, what was it in Bounce Back? Or
yeah, there are Enter the Battle effects in this.
Okay.
A lot of landfall triggers more than anything.
Yeah, I know. I saw a lot of that.
But still, there was a green one that whenever a creature enters your control... enters into the battlefield under your control, gets +1/+1 till the end of turn. That one was pretty good. Okay,
so he stays out for your first turn when he has Summoning Sickness and can attack. He gets to attack for 1 turn, and then he immediately... Is it a May, or he does?
He does.
Okay, so he essentially, he comes out, Summoning Sickness, second turn, and he bounces back, which would be amazing if you could give him haste.
Yeah.
So he can attack twice, and then bounce back to your hand. That's amazing. So if there's not a lot of ETB effects on creatures, what's the benefit of him bouncing back? Just to keep him protected, or?
There's not really a benefit. That's supposed to be his hindrance because he's 1 for a 3/3, so he's stronger than the mana card.
Okay.
And in the game, Cactuars hit really hard and they flee. They're all about hitting hard and fleeing.
That's why the giant Cactuar does 9,999.
Yep, and he hits like a truck. That's
Gotcha.
Just thematic.
Okay.
Samurai's Katana is what I picked up.
Love that.
I loved any artifact equipment. I was playing every single one I came across because it was 2-for-1s essentially. It was a creature, so this would be a 3/3 at the end of the day with trample and haste. So a 3/3 for 3, mana with trample and haste is pretty powerful.
That's crazy.
It's pretty powerful.
That's crazy.
It's a beast card. You would take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
And then even after that token dies, you still get that on the board to equip it to someone else to have trample and haste.
Yeah.
Very, very worthwhile.
Damn.
I thought this was a beast one.
Yeah, and that again, shout out. Who is that?
Smirtui?
Yeah.
Almost like
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I know.
Exact same thing.
I wonder if it might be French.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and boom.
Ooh, oh, you pulled a Garnet.
Wait, so this is what everyone was talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, 2-drop for a legendary. That's great. And lifelink?
Yeah.
What? Whenever Garnet attacks, you may remove a lore counter from any number of your sagas you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on Garnet for each lore. What? Oh my god! How is she not a commander?
She totally could, but she's brand new, so maybe someone hasn't just made the deck for her yet.
That's crazy. I just meant she's not in any of the pre-cons, but also because she's probably not a big main character, right?
She is one of the main characters. She's like the princess, essentially, of in Final Fantasy IX. She's the summoner, which is why, like, when you think about all the lore counter sagas in this one, they're all based off summons in Final Fantasy. So she's very thematic in that regard. And she is the main character. It's just she's uncommon, so maybe they just didn't value the card itself. I don't know.
Oh, and this is our 4th uncommon, so there actually might only be 1 rare. And I think the final 2 uncommon slots are wild card slots. So we've got 1, 2.
We haven't hit the reverse foil yet, which could be anything.
5. Right? That's Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
1. See, this is when you play lots of card games. It's hard to keep track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's 4 uncommons and then a rare. And I think the final 2 uncommons, just like in Pokemon, the final 2 reverse holo slots are essentially wild card slots.
I see.
They're most of the time reverse holo, but they can be anything.
Okay.
And what do you got?
I got Restoration Magic, which is a pretty good card. Like, Tiered was always good in this format because you get to... It's as strong as what you have mana for, and like we said later in the draft, you have plenty of mana to go around, and it just scales up. So, Cure and Cura, very similar, just makes one target indestructible, but when you can cast Curaga, it makes your whole board indestructible and hexproof until end of turn, and you gain 6 life. So, for 5 mana, that's very powerful to, like, as an instant, like, oh, you're swinging your whole board, make them indestructible, buys you a turn, or wipes their whole board.
You didn't play this, did you?
I did play this card.
Did it help you, or did you get to use which ability?
I got to use Cura.
Okay.
And sadly I didn't have enough mana by the time I had to use it because I had to keep one guy alive. But it definitely swung the match in the sense like kept a big beefy boy alive.
Yeah. Also, for 1 mana, target permanent getting hexproof and indestructible. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Still, like I said, very good card. I only got to use it once in the draft. But I think you pulled a better one. It's just if you're playing those colors. But she's beast.
Wait, how many? So there's 14.
We got the land back there.
Wait, so there's land. Oh, so there's 13. Mm-hmm. Crap. We're just gonna have to find out. Okay. I remember how many are in here.
You ready?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Ooh.
Ancient. There's something crazy behind mine. I think you saw that. Oh, I got my first mythic.
Mythic, nice.
So I think it might be 2. So it's 4. Yeah, that would make sense. So it's 7 commons, 4 uncommons, and 2 rares, either rare or mythic. This is a big, meaty boy. Shout out to Braden. I always forget his name. What is it in MTG? D&D?
Oh, his Umbeku.
Umbeku. Shout out Umbeku. We did Sealed. I didn't see anybody doing drafts.
They don't really do a lot of drafts.
And you prefer draft,
I prefer draft.
And I prefer Sealed.
You can make definitely a lot stronger decks. And I enjoy just like the camaraderie and the talking as you're passing cards around. I have more fun opening and passing cards than playing, and even though I love playing. So
the only thing, and maybe it's just like I'm scarred from the first time I ever did a draft. I didn't have any friends or anything there. I just went by myself. It was also me getting out and doing stuff, even though I got social anxiety, and I went and did an LOTR draft. I didn't know what I was doing. I passed the pack, and then my neighbor next to me was like, "Who passed this card along?" And I just felt like an idiot because I was like, I probably just passed a game-winning card along, but I don't know what I'm doing. So this is a really, really cool creature design. Again, shout out Umbeco and any of our other turtle listeners, tortoise listeners. This is a big, meaty boy. This is an 8-drop for a turtle creature that looks like he's got like kind of pincers or mandibles almost. With Vigilance, which means he does not tap, correct? And Ward 3. So is the Ward 3 to stop his vigilance, or does he just have Ward 3?
He has Ward 3, so if they ever want to target him with a spell, they have to pay an extra 3 mana on top of the spell's cost to make him the target of the
Oh my
spell.
god, I just saw his defense. Yes. What?
So if you read his text, it says why he has such high defense, but it's still a beast card.
Okay.
So it's hard to get rid of him.
Oh, so damage isn't removed.
Yes,
Got you.
So it stacks up on that guy.
Okay.
But when he dies, you're flooded with mana. He's a beast card.
Wait, so what is it? All damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control is dealt to this creature?
Yeah.
Okay, so it funnels everything this way.
So even if they attack you directly, it's actually going to that.
And you get 10 tapped creature tokens? That is insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Treasure ahoy.
Wow.
Because there's, like I said, there's a lot of there's a lot of enter the battle effects, and you're creating 10 artifacts there. So there's a card that I used a lot in this set was Titus. Whenever artifact enters into play, put a 1/1 counter on him. Yeah. You essentially just got 10 1/1 counters for those treasure tokens. So beast. Never mind the 10 mana.
Yeah, Brent, I'm with. Jeff, I'm with you. I think it's. I haven't been playing Magic long enough that I just really struggle with the pressure of like picking a card and passing it on. I like to just have all my cards together, but I think drafting is fun, anyways. Also, I was just thinking about this, Brent. I don't know if you remember, but Pygo has unlimited mana. So
I know, it's scary.
I'm just gonna say when I drop this, unless you got something up your sleeve. You're pretty much
I was already thinking that guy is scary.
Yeah, I might have won this, but...
So this guy, Zell, he's beast. You play an additional land each of your turns. There's a lot of like red-green synergy with landfalls.
Ooh, that's great.
Because he also gives himself +1 for each land you control.
Yeah.
And so he gets a little bit stronger with playing more lands, but all the landfall triggers. And you get to return the land so you can reactivate those landfall triggers once again.
Okay.
There's like a Chocobo Racetrack. That was really nice for that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Chocobo Racetrack. That was one that I if my opponent had it, I would get rid of it, and if I had it, my opponent would want to get rid of it.
Yeah. But he's a pretty good card. He may not be as good as the Adamantoise, but very decent card because low mana cost. You can in a draft format, you can get him out pretty reliably. Well, the Adamantoise you have to wait till you have 8 mana.
Yeah, if this were card v card, I won this one.
Yes.
Sorry, Sorry, Brent.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Or? I think this is our final rare of the pack. Again, there's something crazy behind here for me. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oh, and the foil. Wow.
Okay. I will concede. You got the pulls. I love it.
Well, there's one guaranteed foil per pack, so I was just lucky that I got this one as my foil.
Oh yeah.
And again, I don't know what the style is, but these remind me of the profile cards from Modern Horizons 3. But so he's just a 2-drop legendary human. So I'm assuming that's his name, Prompto Argentum.
Yes.
2-drop legendary creature human scout, has haste and selfie shot. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana is spent to cast it, create a treasure token. Wow, that's a really good uncommon.
Yeah.
Wow. That and the foil.
The foil is amazing.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Am I missing? I thought they always come with this little sticker on here.
Well,
but yours doesn't have it either.
It's because these are both uncommon, so it's only like the silver.
Oh, okay.
It'd have to be a rare or higher for that to be the case.
I can scan that. No. All right, what you got?
Samurai's Katana. I already pulled one earlier where you said it was a beast card, especially in draft format.
Oh, that's just the foil version.
It's just a foil version of it. Still looks nice.
Very cool.
But not quite the Prompto.
I know. And that might be it. I'm pretty sure our next ones are just our lands. Yep. But we both got
a dually.
Yeah, non-standard lands. So that's actually pretty good.
Which the town mechanic was kind of relevant in some ways. Some decks ran off towns, so.
Damn. So now we are through that. If y'all want to decide amongst yourself, there's 2 battles going on tonight, if any of you who tuned in a little bit later. So our first battle is just the pack battle. If y'all want to... I wonder if we can even get our cards out. If we can line them up. And then if y'all want to decide who won the pack battle... I don't think we'll be able to fit them all up there. But
we can do notable ones.
Yeah. And then, once you decide who won the pack battle, we'll do it as a vote. So everybody put in their vote. If you just want to put either my name or Brent's name in the comments. Also, to that point, I keep meaning to say this. I super appreciate people being part of the chat. But also, if you can put in just a comment at the end of the stream on the actual video, that would also be super helpful as well. Oh, Angela's voting for me. I'm sorry, Brent.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. If I had a vote, which I would vote for Chris as well, too. He had a nice pack.
Yeah.
I am happy for him.
So, so like I was saying, if everyone mind dropping a comment on the actual video afterwards, outside the chat, that would be amazing. So we'll wait for the votes to come in. We got Angela, we got Jeff. Actually, Jeff said a little bit, in my opinion. Brent's packs had that cool Vonic sparing, so bonus point for that. Okay.
Still a Chris point.
All right. So, Braden, who you voting for? Are we getting family solidarity or friend solidarity? Oh no, Brent.
It's gonna be a sweep.
Okay.
I think there's a clear winner.
I think that might be it, because that's majority now, isn't it? Because we still have Talisha and Corinne, if y'all are still watching. Kevin. Talisha, Corinne, Kevin. What are your votes? We got...
Like I said, I think...
It's a sweep. Elsa, Corinne, Talisha, Kevin.
There's still brownie points to be won. There still might be the battle.
But I'm kind of leaning towards you at the battle, because I don't know how I'm going to do with this.
Yeah.
Talisha, you just have to decide out of all the cards we pulled, essentially who pulled the cooler cards.
Yeah.
Since you don't necessarily know a lot about Magic, who pulled the cooler cards. Yeah, I know. I can't cover up.
Can't cover
my big bomb. So Talisha, you just have to vote either. Oh no, Talisha, that's for you.
I will take the one pity vote.
That's a spite vote, actually.
Yes.
That's a spite vote.
I will take those two.
Kevin, so we are deciding, literally just based on the cards that are laid out, which ones you think pulled the coolest cards.
Essentially, if we want to hold them up, like, this was like my best card that I pulled, and you pulled...
This was the best card? Well, is that the best card or the best art?
Probably the coolest card of the pack.
Okay, so I would probably say this to me is the coolest one, just because it's a foil.
Like an alternate art, but his is a foil one.
Yeah, yours, I would argue I like yours better, just because of all the scenery and stuff. Also, what is this? Is that like a kangaroo dude?
So, that was a race, like, first implemented, I believe, in Final Fantasy Tactics. At least 2. They could have also existed. I think they're called the Banga race.
Yeah.
They're like a lizard folk people. They got weird ears as well. But I was happy to see that they brought them back to be like a prominent race in this Final Fantasy game as well.
It's actually still anyone's game, because we still have 4 voters, I'm pretty sure. Because we have Talisha, Braden, Corinne, Joe, but I don't think Joe's still in the stream anymore. Jeff, Angela, Elsa, Tim, and am I missing anyone? I'm going through the list, so it's really hard to tell, so I'm sorry if I did miss anyone. That's 9, so there's still enough people to sway the vote. What up, Alex? We are voting on who got the best pulls out of the cards laid out. So these are Brent's card on this side. These are my cards on this. Again, let's pull just our coolest cards.
Yeah,
so
I would say...
I like this. Adventurer's Airship is eh.
We both pulled an airship, so that's kind of like a wash there.
Yeah, that's true. What are the 2? We both pulled Kefka's, right? Okay.
I would say my best pulls would be the Zell, the Van, and the Relentless XATM, which is mainly just a good, like, battling card per se. I wouldn't say that it, was anything special or of worth, but just a matter of just a good, solid draft card.
Yeah, and my best pulls were Prompto, just because it's a really cool art, cool foil, basic uncommon, I would say. this is my big tank. Brent's really going to be worried when we play Pai Gow for this one. And then Garnet, just because her cost and the fact that she removes counters from sagas is kind of crazy. So if you we can go 1, 2, 3, and then what were your 3?
My 3 were right underneath. 1, 2, 3. All
right. So anybody who has not voted yet, who won? Chris at the top or Brent at the bottom? I think Kevin voted for you. Talisha voted for you. We still got... We'll give it, let's say another minute for people to put in their votes.
Well, while they're voting, do you want to go over, the rules that we're going to discuss for the Pai Gow?
Yes. Yeah. If you actually... what was the life total again?
So life total in Pai Gow is 5.
Okay.
And we're going to be making... we're going to be using 12 cards from the pack and making 4 3-card decks, essentially.
Yep.
Or hands, because they'll all be in our hands. And we'll take turns playing cards, and we have essentially unlimited mana to do so.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you already said the 5 life thing, right? Was that it? It was 5 life? Okay.
5 life.
What I think is that the original format, I guarantee you, was based on, no, what would it have to have? What had 15 cards in it? Draft boosters. I'm pretty sure. Yes, that was what the difference between when they combined set boosters with draft boosters is. Set boosters had 12 cards, draft boosters had 15. They met in the middle and made them 14-card packs for play boosters. So each hand is a round?
Yeah, so essentially we're going to have...
Oh, because you can play all your cards on the first hand. Got you. Okay, cool. So unless we have any other more votes, I'm gonna have to tally it. I think actually there is a feature, if I'm not mistaken.
Like a poll feature?
Yeah, which I should have done. We'll do that for the next week.
No worries. Yeah, we'll get that figured out.
Oh, actually, I think it's up here.
I do think you won this one.
If you agree too.
Yeah, I would say there's fan favorites. Some people really like Zell from Final Fantasy 8. Or Van, main character. Prompto, I'm not too sure of. I've never really played Final Fantasy 15, but it was a hit or miss for people. They loved it or they didn't. But I love 9, so I love Garnet, and Adamantoise is a classic monster for sure.
And also, I do want to point out, it was not a total wash, because even though we did not get everyone to vote, you had 1, 2, 3... You had 3 votes and I had 4, so it was actually pretty close. But I won by 1. And then if I didn't already say, I think I briefly mentioned, we'll be doing these weekly until we essentially run out of packs. So probably either Mondays or Tuesdays. Depending on what our availability is. So now we're going to do a quick little deck building.
I don't know if you want to proxy yours since yours is hollow.
Oh, yeah, and put it in a... Well, I'll just put it in a... Well, no, because then you can tell what it is.
But if you proxy it for the land...
Oh, true.
Totally okay with that.
Where is the land? Is that mine?
That's mine. Yours might have...
my land, yeah. Oh, where did I put it?
Might have off to the side, maybe.
No. You don't have it, do you? Did I accidentally mix it with yours? Oh, wait, is it... No.
So what I will grab, though, is I have some dice I brought, which might be needed.
Oh, never mind. Here it is. Alright. So, actually, yeah, and let me... Oh, no, does that already have a scratch on it? That... What is that from?
It could just be from being within the pack.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
It's alright, this is not a crazy valuable card. But let me sleeve it up nonetheless just because I like the art, so... Boom, boom.
So I'll give you 5 health each.
Oh, nice. Alright, and then, yeah, I'm subbing this in for mine. So we can make... How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we'll have...
Is yours with the land, or...
No, I took the land out. So does that also mean we're going to have to cut one card?
Yes, it would mean we'll have to cut one. Well, we
can no. I have my land. No, I'm a dummy. I did... No. So you should have 12, right? Without your land?
I have 13.
All right, 1, 2, 3... Oh, no. I put my land in as my proxy.
Yeah, it's your proxy.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, your land's your proxy.
So then we do need to cut one card.
Do you want to choose which card you cut?
Or do you want to do it randomly?
Or we can do it randomly. But that you might hit one of your big boys.
I know.
So I'll let you decide. It is your home turf, your stream.
How about we'll cut one of the cards that we both have?
Yes.
All right,
okay, we're both going to cut Laughing Mad. As we both have one.
Boom. Stick that off to the side, and then we'll quickly make our decks. So
you have to shuffle them.
Oh, yeah.
It's randomized.
Oh, the decks are random?
Yep.
All right, cool. I actually like that.
This makes it so there's chances, maybe all your powerful cards get put in the same deck, and then you're a little lackluster in the other ones.
Okay.
And then
I rearrange yours, you rearrange mine, so that they're also... So the decks are random, and then they're also in a random order.
Also, who do you want to decide to go first? Because the first one, normally the rules of Paigo is whoever assembles the decks first gets to play first in round 1. But we can roll.
What do you mean, whoever assembles?
That's just the way they do the ruling. Like, let's say you shuffle out your packs.
Yeah.
Into, whoever makes their stacks first is essentially ready first, so they get to go first.
We can roll for it.
We can roll.
Yeah.
We'll roll. Roll will go first, and then loser gets to dictate who goes first in future rounds.
Okay.
So we'll keep these here.
So 1,
3, 4. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And how we're gonna do that, Braden, is essentially... So if you want to rearrange mine in a specific order, and then it'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4. So
okay. I'm gonna go. That'll be your 1. Your 1, and I'll do. That's pretty good there. I'll do. Just gonna replace 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So this is 2, 3, 4, and you can put yours over here unless you would just want to use the top of that cryptids box.
Yeah, sure.
Really just throw that shit.
Yep.
All right, so this is my first deck, and then I am going to boom. Actually, boom.
All right.
And that's gonna stay your 4th.
Okay. So I'll go 4, 3, 2. And this is the 1. And we'll roll. We want to do 2 dice to make it...
Yeah, we'll do 2 dice.
A bit more chances for things. I got a 6.
All right. Mathematically very probable.
Yep, 7's the average. But
4.
Okay,
right.
I will go first.
All right. I wouldn't know why you wouldn't in this. Yeah. I like to draw when we play normally, but...
All right, so...
Let's look at our stuff.
Open up. I will start off.
Oh, but stuff still has summoning sickness.
They do
right?
still have summoning sickness.
Okay, that's good to know. Because I was like, can't you just kill me on turn 1?
So I will start off with playing Fat Chocobo. So that will give me a 2/2 token, which I'll create right away. So I'll have a 4/4 bird, 2/2 token. He gets 1 on his lore counter.
Okay.
And then I will play Retrieve the Esper, which will give me my 3/3 robot token. And from there, I'll actually flash it back into play.
Up a little bit, sorry.
Oh, yeah. We'll play it like this.
Right. Pull back, and then I'll play mine right here.
So I will then cast it from Flashback, which lets me cast it again from Graveyard. So it then creates another 3/3 with a 2/2 with 2/1/1 counters.
Wait, is there a graveyard in this game?
Well, yeah, Braden, would you say is there a graveyard? There's no deck, but is there a graveyard in this?
I would assume if your creature dies, it has to go somewhere.
Because you play it, yeah. I'd assume there is a graveyard because you play your cards.
Okay.
But this will create a 5/5 token.
Okay.
So I will now have a 3/3, a 5/5, a 2/2, and a 4/4.
Okay. And then that's our life. Oh, life total.
Life totals.
Make sure it's on screen. All right, cool.
5 to 5. Okay.
And can you attack or do anything else?
I cannot do anything else. I will pass turn.
All right, cool. I'm just going to have you slide these down.
Yeah, sure thing.
Play. So your life's in the top left corner. Boom, boom. All right. So I am going to play. It also might matter what order I play these.
Yep, order matters. This is now exiled, so I'm just going to flip it.
So that won't do me anything. That won't do me anything. So I'm going to play... Oh, and then I guess instants can be played whenever as well. So I'm just going to play Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, lifelink, and whenever she attacks, you may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas. I did not pull a saga at all, though. So essentially her second ability is
at least
useless
in this pack,
to me.
Useless, but useful elsewhere.
And then I unfortunately have to pass.
All right. So what I'll do is...
wait, but do you have blockers? Yeah,
they're all fat blockers, Chocobo.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so I will essentially cast Fate of the Sun Crystal. I can destroy target non-land permanent.
No!
I'll destroy this. Sadly, I was hoping I would keep this for a later one when he had his Adamantoise.
Yeah.
But that's what it's looking like. I used it. Now all my guys have trample, and I will swing for 4. He puts another lore
Actually,
counter.
wait.
Go right ahead. If you have something to change.
Yeah, because I can drop that, and target instant gets hexproof, which stops that, right?
It would stop this, correct.
Cool.
Okay, and puts
and gets
+1/+1.
All
right. So now you are a 3/3. I'm still going to swing with a 4/4 Chocobo, a 5/5, a 3/3, and a 2/2 that all have trample.
So what's your total? Wait,
damage?
Everybody has trample?
Creatures you control have
trample? Oh, because we're already on your second turn.
Yes, second turn.
Dang. So how much are you attacking for total?
So total is 3, 4, 5, 10, plus another 4 is
That's
14.
GG.
I don't know what's in your hand, but it's looking like GG on the board.
Yeah, it's GG. Because all I have is a sorcery.
All right.
So I can't do anything
So you
with that.
technically can block for 3, which would,
Well, what were you attacking for total again?
14. You do gain 3 from your lifelink, but yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So it would be overkill.
That's GG.
All right, GG. All right. First round goes to myself.
All right.
But I used a lot of very strong cards in one hand, which might bite me.
All right. Somebody wants to keep track in the comments. Brent wins round 1.
All right.
All right. So second pack.
Second pack. Are you going to go first or second?
Oh, and this, it always makes sense to go first.
Okay, you will be going first. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So.
This could have been an amazing hand.
Oh no. Dang. So right off the bat, we're just gonna play Ancient Adamantoise. Yep. So you got to worry about that one, Brent. Actually, if anything, might have needed a proxy this one because I think that's the most valuable card that I pulled tonight. Ooh, this is a question. We're gonna play this, which is now that he's on the board. I guess I can leave that out.
He has haste.
He has haste. And then he just has vigilance and ward.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, and you have to attack him until he's dead, correct?
No, I could technically attack you,
but all
any damage would go to him.
Go to him. Okay. And then I have 3. I have unlimited mana, so it's like, why not just drop everything right now? But the thing is, Actually, yeah, we're going to hold off. Okay. So I am going to swing at you for 2.
Yep.
And I guess that's it.
Okay, so I'll
can't
take
do
2.
Anything.
Yep. All right, my turn.
Yep.
I'll start off by playing Heck Dice. When he enters, discard a card.
No! I should have played that. I should have played that.
What was it?
Sorry. So it was Aerith Rescue Mission. So I could have used it last turn to create 3 1/1 colorless, but I wanted to save it because I was assuming you'd get all 3 of your cards out on this turn, and I just put stun counters on it and kill you. So
definitely, this is gone from last match. So I have a Heck Dice.
Thank you, Jeffy. Good night. Love you.
This would have been an amazing hand if I was the one to go first, because I will play 2 Samurai's Katanas, which means I have 2 guys who are 3/3 trample hasters. So I could have just swung for 6 right away. But that is not the case. So nothing I can do. I can't get around the Adamantoy, so I will swing for the 6 damage.
Okay.
And what would you like to do?
Well, it has to go to him, right? Oh, I guess I could block. No, I can't. Yeah, he's tapped. So, he just takes 6 damage.
But you can still assign blockers, is the thing, because that means you would kill one, because you can only block one, right? So you'd kill one, the other one would still be alive, but the damage he would still take the damage.
Okay, yeah. So I'll block him, and then which means I take how much damage?
You'll be taking 6 damage, or he would take 6. So instead of 20, he'll have a 14 life.
Wait, why 6?
Because they're both 3/3.
But I'm I'm blocking one, but then that still goes through to him anyways. Gotcha.
Yes, they still hit them.
So I should have a D20 here somewhere.
I can throw. So he's 14 out of his possible 20. One of these will die. I will actually, second main phase, I'll just equip it. So he is also now a 3/3.
Okay.
All right.
And
I will pass turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. And then I don't have anything, so I'm gonna swing for. How does he not have trample?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, and then. Oh, those treasure tokens don't do me any good in this format either. No. So I guess I'll just swing for 2, which you could kill him very easily, right? So I'll keep him as a blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll swing for 8.
All right, so he's vigilance. He won't tap.
Oh, duh.
I will have to block because that's just the way things are. Okay. Otherwise, I'm dead. All right. And
you could assign, because this is still a creature, right?
This one's still a creature.
So you could assign
attack that. But only as a sorcery, so I'll wait.
Oh, you have to wait till your turn.
Okay, so my turn, he'll untap.
Yeah.
I'll attach this for the turn. So he is now a 5/5 trample haster. YOLO, because we're at the point where I don't think I can do anything. I'll swing for my 5/5 trample haste.
Alright, so you're swinging for 5. But how does trample work with him?
I'm
blocking all the damage.
Yes, so
okay. So he just goes down to 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would die. I now lose board state. These are just 2 floating.
And then that's GG,
yep,
right?
GG. You just swing me out. He's too beefy. This would have been a great hand against if I went first in another format, but
those are both my bombs, unfortunately.
Yes.
So I don't know what's in these other decks.
So we'll see how that plays out. We're on to deck pack battle number 3.
Yeah.
And I will choose to go first.
All right. I just want to check
my life back to 5.
Why is that not working? There it is. Oh yeah. All right. Let's safely sandwich that between 2 cards, and then I'll sleep it up afterwards. All right. So my. Yes, that's a 1/1. Thank you for keeping track, and it's to you, Brent.
All right. So for my turn, I will start off by playing Misty and Elder. When he enters, I create a 0/1 Black Wizard counter. Whenever I cast a spell that is a non-creature, I deal 1 damage to each opponent. So he's a 0/1. I will then start by playing an Adventurer's Airship. is not a creature card, so you will take 1 point of damage, zapping you down. I will then play Van, Aspiring Sky Pirate. He has haste. Whenever he attacks, he creates a treasure token. So I'll create a treasure token.
Which doesn't do anything in this format.
But whenever you sacrifice one, so I'll instantly sacrifice it, so it gets +1. So and he has haste, so he swings at you for 3/2. So that's swinging at you for 3 damage.
1.
And
this looks like GG, man.
I will pass turn.
Alright. So... Oh my god, I am... Well, I at least have this. So create a bird creature, and then it has flashback. So it immediately goes to my graveyard.
Bam.
Wait.
You can flashback it for another one.
Oh, and then it gets exiled. I was like, is this not an infinite combo? But no. Okay.
Exiled.
So, are these my 2?
Yes.
Okay, so I played it, created my bird token, it dies, I'm going to flashback it, create another bird token, so those are those. I'll actually just use that to represent my 2 bird tokens.
Alright.
And then I am going to... what do you have? So that's...
I have a 1/3. He's a 0/1. Mainly chump blocker. This is the airship, which is crew 2. This is a 1/3, and he's a 0/1, so neither of them can pilot it. Only Van can pilot it.
Okay.
Which is very fitting, because he is a sky pirate.
Alright, so I'm going to enchant Van, and he can untap.
Oh, there was my win con.
Yep.
Alright.
And then... so those don't have haste, they have summoning sickness. I am at 1 life, and I have to pass.
Alright, so it is my turn. It is my turn, and how does this play out? When this creature enters, if I don't attack, I don't think I can win this. So, unfortunately...
you have blockers, though.
I have blockers. But
and I only have 2 creatures.
Have 2 creatures. Even if I attack you, you can block them. If you attack me, this guy will die because he only has 1 health.
Okay.
So I will eventually run out of blockers. So I will actually pass. I think you win this.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll swing for 4.
All right. So I will actually, because you swing for 4, I will actually choose to not block it. And by not blocking it, I will go down to 1 life.
And now you can just...
And then
punch me down.
I will swing.
You already thought it was GG.
I did. Because if you kept 1 alive and you only swung with 1, it would potentially stalemate because he could block it, but I wouldn't die. And I figured if you swung with 2, he would do it, but I forgot of my health pool. Gotcha. I actually thought you had this.
Health is a resource,
yes,
bro.
It is a resource. I was ready to block. I'm like, I think I lose, but the fact you were tapped changed it.
All I had in my hand was this, which would not have helped me because tokens... Oh, wait. So I just recently learned that tokens actually do touch the graveyard.
Yep.
So I don't know, but can tokens go into your hand is the thing?
The problem is I don't know if they're considered cards, though, right?
Okay.
I'm not the biggest...
Yeah, they're not necessarily creature cards.
Yes,
they're creatures,
tokens, yeah.
Yeah, can we get a ruling on that, Judge?
Yeah.
Again, it wouldn't matter because it's over. But but Braden, what do you mean no? You just mean no? I could not have returned them. No tokens in hands. Okay, good to know. All right, GG.
Okay.
So
surprising. I thought I lost there, but that was my own miscalculation in the fact that you would have to swing eventually.
We're doing... I guess if I hadn't swung...
It would have been a stalemate.
But it would have just been a stalemate at that point.
That's still something to keep in mind. We could have potentially called it as such, you know?
Okay.
If you didn't swing, I didn't swing. I would have, considered that a stalemate.
But I feel like maybe with a token you could do return target creature from graveyard to the battlefield. But again, I still don't know if they're technically creatures or not. Mm-hmm. So again, we're a little rusty on this. Not rusty, but unfamiliar with this format. Normally, you make 5 decks, which would be a very easy best 3 out of 5. Mm-hmm. We're unfortunately having to do 4. So, Brent, if you win this, then 3 out of 4, you win.
Yep.
If I win this, I think what we should do is take all our cards again, shuffle them, create a random 3-card deck, and that will be our final best out of 5.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe. No kiss fight tiebreaker.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry, Joe. So you won that one, so you'll go first?
Nope, you get to decide.
Oh, duh. Yeah, well, I'm going first then.
All right, you're first.
All right, so... So, I guess we're just gonna play everything. So, we're gonna do... oh, wait.
There could be an order to things.
Yeah, exactly. So, boom, creature elemental. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to... which it's not. So that doesn't matter. And then blow up. Sacrifices creatures, deals damage as power equal to target creature, activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Adventurer's Airship. And what's the deal with crewing this?
So you need the power of 2 to crew it. So you need to make a 2/1 or 2 1/1 guys.
Okay.
Essentially to be able to...
Which I can do with my Cactuar, right? So...
But they still have summoning sickness, so you won't be able to pilot it the turn he's played.
I can still crew it, but it just doesn't... I still don't fully understand how crew works. Isn't it like a weapon, kind of?
Yeah, essentially you're using it as a weapon for like that round. He would have to tap in the turn to crew it, but because he has summoning sickness, he can't actually
got you. Okay, so next turn I can do that. Okay, and nobody has haste, so that's all I can do.
Okay, so first thing I can do is play Zell, which he has power and toughness. He has power, or is stronger for each land I have, which I have no land. So he is just a 0/3 chump.
What do you mean? You have unlimited land.
Unlimited mana.
Unlimited, true.
Infinite, not any land. But my saving grace is I have my Relentless, who might be OP in this format because you need 3 creatures to block him. Okay. And in this format, you only have 3 cards, so maybe, I don't know if you can even block him. And so, with that, I will pass turn.
Okay. So I can tap him to crew, which now, it's essentially like, this is him, right?
Yes, essentially. It's a vehicle, so he's piloting it. He's like the captain of the ship.
Okay. And it's also like a meat shield, or a shield. Like, if you attack...
He gets to attack...
Yeah.
Without risking him as a creature. It risks the ship.
And this is the power and toughness, not whatever he has, correct? Okay.
Correct.
So all I have... sacrifice this creature, it deals damage equal to power to its power, which is only 1/1.
Yes.
Which I can't do anything with, unfortunately. I think I'm going to pass.
All right.
But then he bounces, so I should attack with him. Attack. Okay, so I'm attacking for 3.
Flying. Can't stop flying. All right.
And then he immediately bounces. Back to my hand.
At the end of your turn, I'll just cast it. Restoration Magic at max. I had permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible.
Jesus.
And I gain 6 life, which in this format is a lot of life. So I go from 2 to 8 life.
Wait, did I do damage to you?
You hit me for 3.
Just now. Yeah. Just now. Okay.
And then I will swing at you for the 6 damage from my X ATM, which he has menace of 3, so you need 3 blockers to block him.
Oh, so that's GG
he
then.
Swings and needs GG.
Damn.
He's really good in this format.
Yeah.
It's kind of nutty now that I think about it. And even if you did kill him, he can come back because you have infinite mana, so you get to kill him twice. He's pretty good in this format.
Yeah, that's your big turtle.
That was my big turtle. Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping either I had these two against your Adamantoise, because I could get 2 of him, and I could potentially make it 3 with this, you know, and then an extra 6 life could have been really nice.
Damn.
But yeah.
That's actually a really fun format, y'all.
Cool.
I really liked that. I'm actually kind of like, again, so it was good that we only did one because that took us like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I think this will be good. Again, we'll probably get a little bit quicker with it as time progresses, but
once we know.
Once we're more familiar with all the rules and stuff like that. But
which I think was kind of cool. We noticed, like we talked about, a lot of the cards I pulled were really good in draft format, and this is almost like a little mini draft format, and you can kind of see the power of certain cards and why they were good.
Yeah, it almost breaks them down into, because when you're doing a draft, you have to think about like how like not just the card itself, but how it interacts with other cards in your deck and the meta and stuff like this. I think this is a way to like almost silo, or just like okay, it's just about this one card's ability.
Yep.
Which I thought was really cool. So heck yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hope everyone enjoyed. We appreciate everyone tuning in and also cheering us on. It was a tie at the end of the night. Yeah. I don't know if we consider like the pack battle and we'll have to tally up, I guess, at the end of the 4 streams.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
To see who won all the pack battles versus who won all the pie gal. So yeah. Also, how what does Brayden say? How cards affect EDH and standard? Yep. Yeah. You can think of them sort of in the meta. But yeah. That's Brayden's correct. It's a tie for now. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone coming out. Love you all. Thank you, Brayden, Alex. We had a really good turnout, which I appreciate. Elsa. I almost said Ellis. She's one of the Ellis family now. Yeah, Brayden, Alex, Elsa. Who else we got? Jeff, if you're still out there. Kevin. Tiramisu Sushi, Talisha, Tim, if you're still out there, Angela, who else we got? Corinne, if you're still out there, and that might be it. Joe boy. Yeah, love y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Brent, you got anything you want to add?
Nope. Thanks for inviting me. This was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Hopefully a better showing next time in me pulling better cards.
Yeah. And also...
Yeah.
No, you're going to say?
Oh, but, like, sometimes, you know, what was kind of cool about this was you probably pulled some stronger cards, but they both got used up in your same hand.
Yeah.
So it kind of made it a bit more even when it came to, like, I had a disbursement of a lot of strong cards.
Heck yeah. And I'll also, too, I will get the stream out more in advance, so y'all have an idea. And to your point, that might increase the turnout too, because we might get some people who have never tuned in before. Like Brayden said, thank you for the reminder. If you can share this, that would be amazing. Also, again, I super appreciate everyone chatting in the chat, but if you can also go to the video itself and drop a comment, that would be amazing. So yeah, love y'all. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night.
Boom.